Peace, beautiful people. It is your girl, Therealtonihickman, and I'm coming to you today because I got a download from a video that I did recently about messing up on my diet. I'm finally back. I think I can start back doing Qigong again, which I'm very excited. But I got to tell y'all about this download. And before I say it, most of you may already know this information. We've been told this information, but I finally figured out the connection. And it may be already out there, but I got it from my video when I made I made a video about messing up on my liquidarianism by just being greedy and deciding that I was going to eat a thing of loaded fries with falafel. Because I'm like, oh, it's got falafel, I'll be all right. But another story, another time. But anyway, I got this download because of something I said in that video. So if y'all haven't seen it, please go check it out. Pretty interesting concept. So, but yeah, I got to share this with y'all. So as I was listening to something I said, the reality was, I was talking about how the brain can influence our thoughts and it gets influenced by our feelings. And so we have people like Abraham Hicks and The Secret who always tell us, like, you know, how what you think can create your reality. And then Abraham Hicks will even say, you know, what you feel creates your reality. Yeah, all of that, right? But then I put it together on how that we can control that, right? And this goes back to the brain, the heart, and the hair. Because the brain is the processor, right? The brain is like the TV. The brain is the TV. And the hair is the antennas. So the brain is the TV, the hair is the antennas, and the heart is the feeling, right? So I know I'm not the only person that has done this, but if you really don't want to do something, right, and you feel that you don't want to do something, you basically feel it so much that your brain convinces you that it's okay for you to skip this process. And then the hair is the antennas, which kind of like seals that decision, right? Even in the universe, or sends it up to the universe. Well, that's the same way it can work for our manifestations. What the download was, and you know, I've done Abraham Hicks, Brian Tracy, Les Brown. Like, I grew up, my mother, you know, made me read James Allen, As a Man Thinketh, when I was hella young. Like, she made me read a lot of books that kind of helped me keep the mindset that I have today. But even reading all of this, sometimes we forget, but we also, our thoughts are so powerful. So this is what I realized, right? If you want to manifest something, the brain is the TV. So like, you go and change the channels, then the hair is like the antenna to make sure that you know, you're getting the signal right, which in that case, it's kind of already right because it's permanently in our body. So it's already right. We just have to clarify the thought. But then the heart, what we feel directs the TV. What we feel turns the channel, changes the channel. Is my nose ring coming out? No. Okay. But what we feel actually is the channel. It changes the channel. So if we feel something negative, we think it, right? And we see it with our imagination. And then if we think something good, we feel something good, we feel it, and then we see it as an image, as the TV in our imagination. And the longer we keep a feeling, or we keep our TV, our brain, our visualization on that channel, then the hair can direct it to the universe and make it manifest. So the key is making sure that we are feeling the right thing that produces in our imagination. So, a lot of people will say, don't cut off your, or just think positive and feel positive or whatever. But your imagination is really the key to the manifestation and what you feel. Because you can imagine and still not feel it. You can say, oh, I want $1 million. But you don't feel like $1 million. You don't feel like you got $1 million. You don't feel like you can receive $1 million. But when you feel it and then you see it, right? You keep seeing it. And the thing is, you can use the imagination to trick how you feel. So even if you can't feel like $1 million right now, if you train your brain to constantly see it, like see it in your imagination and start feeling it because you imagine it, you can still manifest it. And like I said, this download just came, and though I have practiced, I've practiced law of attraction most of my life. Like, I've been homeless. People who know, y'all know my story, but I've been homeless, all of that, and worried my ass off, worried about life, worried about where I was going to get my next meal, where I was going to get my next house, how I was going to pay my next bill. I've done all of that. But I've always manifested it because I knew I was going to get it. But see, worry could be a manifestation too. So even getting out of that system of worrying about, the dangers or the mistakes or, the bad things that could possibly happen, it's like you don't need to visualize that. And though I can say that somebody could be going through something right now and they are visualizing that. And see, what I found is that's like the hardest time to make yourself feel something positive. And a couple of other gurus have spoken on this wisdom, but like, I think in that moment that you feel so low, you have to find a memory that brings you back to a happy place. Like, I have a couple of memories that bring me back to my happy place. Like, my son is one of those. He's, if I think about him as a child or some of my joy with him, it brings me back to a happy place. Or some of my most loving relationships that I've had in my life, that brings me back to a happy place, So I think in those areas where we have negativity, like really confronting our life, we have to still embrace and handle the situations so they are not heavy on our heart and our feelings, because it's producing, unfortunately. So we have to take care of it. But if you take care of the necessities, even the hard necessities, then you can really start creating your reality. And even though I've experimented with law of attraction on and off, knowing what I just told y'all just gave me another perspective, because I never put it together like that. Even though I've read the books, I've listened to the audio, I've listened to the tapes from Brian Tracy, I've done all of that because my mother put it in front of me. But the connection of, the heart, the feelings, and the TV station in the head, and then the hair being the antennas, the direction, and our energy really is the antennas. But You know, when you are around something spooky, something scary, I know some of y'all don't believe in ghosts, but you know, something like that, the hairs on your body will stand up. And I did a video about, you know, the hair being antennas on my channel as well a while ago. But yeah, our hairs are the antennas as well to the universe. And so, you know, the more that we can feel something so much that it manifests into our reality, it becomes. And so, yeah, the brain is the TV. The brain, the imagination is the TV. The heart is the feelings. And the hair is the antenna. I love y'all. We The Cure Music is coming out with our single this Friday, y'all. Well, October 21st, if y'all catch this video late, October 21st, 2022. Pedal to the Metal drops. Yes, it's going down. I love y'all. Peace.
Put the pedal to the metal, let's go. Got the top down for the city, let's go. Forget about the hard times, baby, let's go. And put the pedal to the metal, put the pedal to the metal, put the pedal to the metal, let's go. Got the top down for the city, let's roll. Forget about the hard times, baby, let's go. And put the pedal to the metal, put the pedal to the metal.